When I talk to people about my book, The House of the Lord, I always want to tell them right away, this is a Jesus book. And they look at me a little odd because they say, well, wait a minute, I thought the book is about the temple. I said, well, yes, it is, but this isn't a book where we're going to take measurements of the walls of the temple and some sort of technical, dry, historical, let's excavate the temple ruins sort of a book. This is a living and vibrant Christology, really. Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Smith, and I'm here today to say a few words to you about my brand new book, which is called The House of the Lord. It's available on Amazon.com now and at other resellers. It's available through the publisher's website, and that is Franciscan University Press. It's also published in conjunction with Catholic University Press of America, and so it's on their website, but I'm guessing many of you are going to buy it through a one-click on Amazon.com. But as I said, this is a Jesus book, even though it's called The House of the Lord. That's because what I'm really trying to establish in this book is, first of all, recovering biblical theology from a Catholic perspective. In many ways, we've gotten away from that. One of the endorsements I received for the book says this book is a kind of recovery of Catholic biblical theology that goes all the way back before Vatican II. And so it's been in many ways decades since we've had a real engagement with Catholic biblical theology. And what that means is, as opposed to separating historical questions, questions of exegesis, we might say, from the riches of theology, we want to integrate these together. That's what Vatican II taught us. That's what many theologians were doing even prior to Vatican II. I'm thinking of a young Joseph Ratzinger, Henri de Lubac, Jean Cardinal Donnelly, just to name a few. What they were really doing is building upon the insights from sacred tradition going all the way back to the Church Fathers, who looked at the Bible in a kind of deep and cryptic way, but also in a way that was conveying truths in a very practical way for us. And so this is part of what I'm trying to do in the book. But yes, it is a Jesus book, because even though we're going to talk about how Genesis is really describing a primordial cosmic temple, we're going to talk about the Levitical priesthood and what Levites did, and how temple priests were called to be gatekeepers, and so much more. The book really is designed to take us from the Old Testament to the New. And so all the backdrop of the Old Testament in the book, which is interesting and insightful in its own way, is really merely tilling the soil for us to come to the Gospels. So we're going to spend a lot of time in the Gospels looking at how Jesus is the fulfillment of the Temple of Solomon. Please join me in this great adventure called The House of the Lord, available summer of 2017. I'm Dr. Stephen Smith. God bless you.